Perfect. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Wrap It Out. I haven't done this in a while, so please forgive me. I'm kind of in the era of just like figuring it out. Oh, FYI, I moved my office to San Antonio, so yeah. Thank you all so much for tuning in. If this is your first time tuning in, thank you so much. Seriously, your listenership means a lot to me. I'm here with Joseph Fields, and this is so exciting. It's not only his first interview ever, but we're here to discuss his debut single off his debut album, Love Like Listen, and I'm so excited. So,
Yeah, here we
welcome
go.
to the show.
This is the album cover, by the way, if you can see it.
Oh my God!
Yeah, it's really cool. Thank you.
I love it. Thank
Yeah,
thank you so much for taking the time to do this. Thank you so much.
thanks. I appreciate it. So it's pretty cool. This is like my first interview, so we're getting this whole thing on the road now. So it's been a long time.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So
I mean, I know I'm not like Joe Budden or anything, but I'm glad you picked me.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Okay,
I'm happy you picked me too.
are you kidding me? How can I not? So, just to fill you all in, I don't know if you all have done this, but I can't stand TikTok. So I'm one of those people who will literally scroll on Instagram Reels and Faded plays, and it's an ad, and it plays like I think like 30, 20 seconds of the song. At the time I listened to it, it wasn't out yet. I was pissed, and it wasn't even out yet. And I was like, "Oh my God, why isn't this out yet?" And I was jamming in my seat for like 5 minutes because it was so good. And I was like, I gotta get this. I gotta get this guy. When is he gonna release the song? And now I'm relieved because the song's actually out now. I saw it on YouTube Music and I added it and downloaded it. So, um, congrats on Faded.
Thank you.
I love the song. It's so good. It persuaded me to consider Las Vegas, for a vacation spot.
Yeah, I mean that's part of the. We're hoping to get that played in Las Vegas, so we're really pushing for that too. So
Oh, really?
yeah, yeah, of course. It was like I don't know. It was. I kind of wanted to write like the theme song for Las Vegas, so it was kind of all serendipitous. That song was really cool making it.
Oh, definitely, definitely. I see it as
Yeah,
like a starter like song, like an intro song to like a residency, or like when people walk into like the gambling room, like that song would play.
like baby, yeah, baby, roll out of
Yeah.
here. It's like that's the song you like. You're walking on the strip with your friends, and then you're like, all right, we're gonna go in the casino. We're gonna hit it up, and then it's like boom. You know.
Yes, yes. I was just
Um,
thinking that, yes.
Yeah, and then also playing in the club would be pretty dope. Like some of those
Oh my God, yes.
yeah.
I would say so,
So
yes. Definitely, definitely club energy.
yeah, we were kind of going for everything on the song. And it was really cool. It was really cool. It's a great song. So
Definitely. And speaking of Faded, so what inspired you to put out, Faded? What inspired the process of getting that song out and, creating it?
it was kind of like with just listening to that guitar part, like coming up with the loop, like it's just got two chords on it, right? So, you're listening to it, and the first thing I thought was this song is about Las Vegas. And then the Vegas, yeah, lost in Las Vegas. Yeah, that came out like immediately that idea popped in my head. And I did not know why, but I said this just feels like Las Vegas. And then I kind of like left it for like 3 months. I didn't do anything with it. And then I met my producer Andrew that we produced the song together with, and then we just wrote the song, the whole thing through. So we spent a month on that song, just me one on one with the producer, writing it, producing it, working everything out. So that's why I think it came out like that. So just a
Definitely,
little bit different.
definitely. That's awesome, and it makes sense. When you were telling me that you guys spent a month on it, and I could really tell you guys took a lot of time into the single, and you could see that as you listen to it that the production's flawless, and also it is a unique sound. I mean, if anyone's a music geek like I am, like I've listened to every kind of song, and so what also pulled me in was like the unique sound of Faded. I haven't heard a sound like it. I'm just so used to, I think I'm still stuck in like Espresso and Brat and Eternal Sunshine. I'm still feel like those copies, and I think I'm still stuck up there, and like listening to Faded was refreshing for me, I think.
It's like it's a combination of like 20 different things, and it's kind of like because I started writing music and like musical theater. So I wrote a 2-hour Euro opera before I went into pop music again. And all that stuff I learned writing all those melodies in musical theater, I kind of like took it and like mutated it. Like I just ran with it. So I just it's kind of like, I was kind of all into this like, how can I make something just really awesome? How can I make it so all the melodies stack up and add up to something really cool in the end? And then like there's like a lot of different things I did on it. Like I could go real nerd mode if you want, but like things um like most hip hop songs at the time when we were writing this, um the beats per minute were like 150, 144, right? And they're
Hmm.
slow. They're in halftime. Like the song Yellow Mimosas, I don't know if you've heard that on Spotify too. That song's in halftime, the one I wrote. So it's really like 68 BPM. It's written at 136. And I said, this song we're gonna make it pop. So I set it to 129 beats per minute. And then it kind of just kept that's why it's really fast. Like the rapping is extremely fast, the sections are really fast, and you don't really know what's going to happen. That's why it really sounds unique. Because like that's kind of like the vibe I wanted to have the whole song. Like what, well, I'm here, I'm over there, it's like um I got like Vegas conga drums in it, the conga drums, right? Like
Oh my
when do you
god.
find those in there, you know so I was going
Oh
for
my
like that
god.
old school, like like those 70s tracks, or like
Yes.
the 60s, 70s, like yeah, like that. So those falsetto vocals were kind of like inspired by that, like in these like do 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 do, so like that was from that. And then then I took a lot of stuff from modern music with the rapping, like, so that was one of the first songs I've actually ever rapped on was Faded. So there was rapping, then there's singing, and then there's like 50s callback, and then there's the I wanted it also to be like you were in the casino, right? So I put all these slot machine sounds in it. Like I wanted to make you feel like you were pulling the jackpot at the slots. So
Oh my
um
god.
yeah, that's why when you hear the at the end you hear the riser come up, right? And there's that slot machine for 5-10 seconds, and then you're pulling it, and then you win the jackpot.
Oh, that's
Yeah, and that's the
clever.
bridge. So it was like all these little things I put in there, that just made it really different. Because I was like, for me, it was like I had written, really, I've been in rock bands, I've done musical theater, and you'd always have these things called bridges in the music, right? And like what happened was when music got really short, right, we just kind of got rid of them, right? The past like
Mm-hmm.
5 years. So for me, it was like, okay, I want a bridge here, but I can't do a chord change because it's modern music. So how do I make a bridge? And that's why I made the slot machine and the jackpot and all that, the daft robot, like I like robot voices in it and the synths. So that's how I made the bridge, as opposed to doing a chord change.
Mm,
Yeah.
gotcha. I mean, one of the things I found, you know, amazing about is like I was thinking if you did a remix of Faded, which I think you should, like a good artist artist that would be like a good remix for, definitely Dua Lipa, considering that she's done like 70s like psychedelic music. Like Faded could have been like a bonus track on Future Nostalgia or like Radical Optimism. Like I definitely see you and her like doing something. Just doing something like that.
I really appreciate that. That would be awesome. I think that would be cool, you know? So yeah, she's that Future Nostalgia track is one of the most important albums in the past 5, 10 years. That album is just so big, you know?
Yes.
Um, I love that album just because like she just broke so many barriers with her and Ian Kirkpatrick. They did things that no one's ever done. So it was
Oh my God, yes.
I just gush over that. I'm sorry if I'm going all nerd again, but like I really enjoy music a lot. When I was writing Faded, I really looked just kind of like what what she did like you know there's a couple like I don't know how much you know about like production and music and all this stuff, but there's a couple people that really pushed the envelope around that time. Like it was like her and Ian Kirkpatrick, right? And then Little Nas X and Take a Day Trip. Like they really did amazing things that no one's ever done since either, I would say. Those are the two I think most special people with music production and working with the artists. Like
I'm
they
glad
made
you
it work
mentioned.
for me.
Right, right. I'm glad you mentioned it. I mean, I'm glad you mentioned them because honestly, I'm getting tired of listening to Jack Antonoff and Phineas like being like the tier of production, and there's so much more people in production than just like those two. So I'm glad you highlighted them because like Future Nostalgia saved my COVID year. Like I don't know if I would make it without Future Nostalgia now. Like I remember the summer of playing that album over and over again. Like I don't know what my year would have been without Future Nostalgia. Like, I agree. It's so important. It was like one of the top things about 2020 that like didn't suck. To be
Well,
honest.
it was like what they did was that really old school writing process where it was a team, like a team of writers and producers, and Ian it was really good with Dua Lipa. They make really good music together. So it was like everything was just perfectly locked in on that album. They really it was a huge team effort, Dua Lipa isn't a mixing engineer, right? She's not gonna be pulling drums out of Ableton and mixing everything. She's an amazing singer and writer, most likely. So just yeah, it's like you rarely ever get that where the artist really gets that love, and you can hear it on that album, and you can hear it in Lil Nas X's albums, where they really support and do all the fun stuff. They innovate, I guess you could say.
Oh yes, I agree.
Yeah, like
Definitely, definitely.
I could talk about Montero for like an hour. So I'm like a nerd, So it's I guess it's not the coolest thing to say on a podcast, but it's just uh I love studying music, and I think they were just so awesome in what they did. Like they really innovated. So that's like kind of like what I'm trying to do with this album, basically.
I can definitely
It's
see,
trying to do the same thing.
yeah, which I definitely see that for you, and that's perfect because I was just about to ask about your debut album. Like this is a big deal. It's your first it's your debut album. Like how excited are you about how are you feeling about putting out a body a piece of work it is your first one so how are you feeling about this?
Um, I feel, really good about it. It's probably going to be in about 2 to 3 months, the album after the single. So we're promoting Faded right now. And it's just I wanted I really wanted to make something really special, like it just we did things like this whole album. I wanted to make music that was new, right? And I wanted the music to be special. Like, remember how like Phineas and Billy were talking about that first album they made, the most amazing one, the beginning, the first one, with the
Right.
bad guy and everything. So they always talked about incorporating sounds into the songs that made you feel like you were in the song, right? Like he used a match, right, to like light the snare, like to make the snare drum. I think you saw that video ever, or
Yeah.
where like they used a crosswalk sound from Australia and Bad Guy for the drums. So I kind of like I was really into those concepts. So that's what I kind of did with Faded, but I really kind of stretched it further. Like I really wanted you to feel like you were in the place where you're listening to the song. So like Faded, you feel like you're in Las Vegas because of the sounds, right? And then like
Mhm.
the other song that's on the album, Yellow Mimosas, which is like kind of like the first single that started it all. There's champagne bottles popping throughout the entire song. You know, because it's about champagnes and
Mhm.
about mimosas. And then so Las Vegas is in New York, mimosas in Miami. Um, It's a Good Thing is about a diner in Santa Monica, and then Mustache is about a barbershop in New York. So it's like every song on the album is about a different place and thing. That's why like this whole shirt is about all the different little places. Like here's like the Mr. Mustache guy, right? And then here's there's the Vegas cards, right? And everything. So I wanted you to feel that kind of feeling like you were in a place that you were listening to the song.
That's amazing. That's incredible. Well, I'm so excited to see what the rest of the album sounds like. I mean, telling from the singles and wanting to wanting those experiences. I am definitely hooked in. Faded. I to be honest with you, I wanted to go to Las Vegas. If I had the money, if I had the time, I would have. I would have literally booked a plane and go over there. Like that's how invested I was. Just for like a split
Everyone,
second, and then like I realized like I couldn't, but like for a minute I was like
you're going,
maybe.
baby. You're going. Yeah. Like, have you got a chance to listen to the other songs? I should have sent you a pre-release of the album
I mean, there's
because
still time.
there's a song about mustaches.
Oh,
If you listen to
really?
that, you might want to grow a mustache.
Oh, it's too late for that.
And
I already have one.
then there's a song about blondes. So there's blonde hair, there's mustaches. I like hair a lot, apparently. And then there's Las Vegas, and then there's a song about rockets. That's an '80s theme song, like kind of like a Weekend style. It's called "Rocket to the Moon." So there's a song about rockets, and you're gonna feel like you want to go to the moon after that. So or Mars. So
Oh my god. Okay.
that's the whole album. The genres of music keep changing the whole time, but you still like, feel like you're in the same place, kind of. It's
Okay.
kind of cool.
Now I'm really excited. Fair
Yeah.
warning to everyone, I will not be dyeing my hair blonde. I've seen too many artists dye their hair blonde. Yeah, that's not happening. But space?
I
Hmm,
I used to be blonde, but yeah, no, space was cool. Yeah, you got to
it
hear that one.
is.
So
That
uh,
that's an idea, that's an option, but blonde's out. I've seen every female artist dye their hair blonde. I don't want to do that.
I mean, there's Frank Ocean's album Blonde.
You know what? You study way too much music.
Yeah,
I can't.
I dedicated, that the song was I thought about the Barbie movie and like all the little things, and I put all the lyrics around that and everything, so it was fun, you know. Uh, and I thought about, Nancy Sinatra's song "Boots Made for Walking."
Yes.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love
yeah,
that
yeah.
song.
There's a reference to that too. So I thought about like the Barbie movie. I thought about Austin Powers. You know, all those like little things, and I put that one in there. You'll hear that one eventually too.
Oh, I'm
So
excited.
yeah, and then there's more guitar solos. There's a lot of guitar solos. There's two major guitar solos in the album that you got to hear. I hope I'm not ruining the surprise for everybody, but there's a whole bunch of things like Faded, you don't know what's going to happen, right? You saw the ad, you're like, okay, I really love the song, but then you listen to it, you're like, what is this? You know,
I
you're like,
mean,
right,
I mean that's true.
you never knew what was going to happen the whole time until you got to the end.
Wow, so you made
So
us wait until the end of the song. That is criminal. You made us wait to
yeah,
the end of the song. That is
yeah.
criminal.
I want people to listen to it and be like, "What is this? I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what genre I'm in. I don't know what's going to happen on the verse. I don't know what's going to happen on the chorus. You know, I wanted to do that for the whole album. So I think I did it. Hopefully. So
I think you did because now I'm really tuned in. If this is what the album looks like, I cannot imagine what your tour ideas must be.
yeah, yeah. I performed the album live. It's been great. It's been wonderful. You know, but if you kept maximizing it, like I would definitely have a guitarist. Like I on the Rocket to the Moon song. I'm not going to try and ruin all the surprises, but I feel like you're kind of like on the inside, right? So it's we got the guitarist from the Eddie Van Halen documentary to do the guitar solo on the '80s song. Like, you know, and he's the same. The Eddie Van Halen was the guitarist to do the guitar solo on "Beat It" for Michael Jackson. So I wanted to get that sound.
Mm.
So I want to get if I had like the album, right, it'd be like Mimosas you can play on guitar, Faded's on guitar, and Rocket to the Moon's on guitar. So you'd have that like '80s guitarist basically right there in the stage, and then you could get the synth player. You know, you can play all the music live. So it's different than your typical modern album, you know, which most of it's like hip hop based, right? So it's just like the singer, you know, with the background music, which is cool. I like doing that too, but. I think it's cool when you get all the musicians sometimes out there. You know, everyone's playing together. It's more fun.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely
Yeah,
for sure. I
and
can't wait till the day comes and you are announcing a giant tour, and I'm already imagining the tour like Katy Perry because like she's having a lifetime times tour next year, and she has these gigantic sets, and I'm imagining like you could have something like that, like faded your like the stage could be like a Las Vegas set, and like the Mimosa song, like everybody has one, like cheers when the song ends, like. I don't know if we give them ideas or anything, but like just little things.
it was like completely maximalist. Like I'd like to make it like the Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego or something like that. Like I
Oh,
like to make it like you're going to actual places where the song is. So like you get the plane and you go to Vegas, and then someone's pulling a slot machine in the middle of the song when the riser goes up and goes jackpot. Like I have a slot machine to go. I want people to be like, wow, I'm really feeling this.
oh
So
my
that's what I
god.
would do. I would just you'd be just going in different places, different worlds, almost like a little adventure.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Literally, I was just thinking, like, this reminds me of like Adventure Time, because like every episode you wouldn't like it would be like different locations, like every episode would be like a different journey kind
Yeah.
of thing. It kind of reminds me of that.
Yeah. That's really what the album is about. It's not about like it was, I was like, how do I make it like not about genre, but about sounds? I was like, that's the new wave. It's about the sounds. It's like it's about the rockets, right? And whatever. So that's kind of what the album's like. It's even on this one song called "It's a Good Thing," it's like '70s based. And the very beginning, I put this little radio, this little guy from the radio, he's talking, right? And then there's a
Mm-hmm.
filter that opens up the whole song, so it sounds like you're listening to the radio at the beginning. And it's like that feeling like when you turn the car on, you're driving, and it's like the morning's coming, you got your cup of coffee, and the radio's just turning on. That's like what I wanted. So just like those little
Okay.
details are all throughout the album, you know? Like it was just like am I like making like a Pixar movie in my head while I'm writing this, you know?
I feel like you
So
made one with the album. Like I feel like this could have been like a real Pixar movie.
that was the goal, like it was like how do I make like everyone have like these visuals in their head, like they feel like they're going on the adventure, like Faded, like you feel like you're in the casino, like you feel like you're going through the Vegas experience. Not like you're just like listening to
Yeah,
the song because of the way it goes. It's not just a
yeah.
song, it's experience.
I think the worst part's gonna be like, what if Las Vegas has like an increase in people gambling because of Faded? Have you ever thought about that? Like, what if gambling goes up because of Faded?
Um, it, that's a bridge we'll have to cross. You know, like it could happen. The bigger it gets, it's like a great ad does amazing things. Like remember, like Taylor Swift would go into cities and revive economies. And like Chicago's economy's booming. She had a concert. You know, all these people just started
Yeah,
going to Chicago. Um,
I
but
mean,
yeah, if that
true.
was playing in restaurants and everywhere across the country and in ads, everyone would be going like, I think about going to Vegas, just like you did.
I was this
You know,
close. I was literally this close. Like,
yeah, you're like, I'm getting the tickets, baby. I mean, Vegas, the gambling's really bad, but every time I've gone to Vegas, it's been with my family, honestly, and we just go to Vegas shows and we eat food. Like, like that's about it. Like it's not really been too crazy, but you know, maybe if I go to Vegas after the song, it'll get kind of crazy. Like it'll be like The Hangover. Who knows?
yes. Oh
You
my
know,
God. Faded also remind me of that movie, Vegas Vacation. It reminded me of Vegas Vacation. I don't know if you ever watched it,
okay.
but
I have watched it. Yeah, I've watched it in like 15 years or something, but I know what you're talking about. I
I
wanted.
love.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I
Sorry,
was
I'm
gonna
so
say
like
I love.
excited.
I was gonna say I love Vegas Vacation. It's probably one of my favorite out of the Lampoon Vacation series. Other than the first movie, Lampoon Vacation, the Christmas Vacation, and then there's Vegas. Those are probably like my top three. Like Faded remind me of Vegas Vacation. It could have easily been like on the soundtrack.
Yeah, it was. I wanted to get that. I don't know if you looked at the cover art either, but I really wanted to get that Route 66, like that classic golden nugget Vegas, like the Americana Vegas. Like now Vegas is about like looking like another place. Like, oh, we got the Bellagio, or we got the Palazzo, right, and the Venetian. That's Venice, right? And then we got like is it like they have the Paris balloon, and then the Colosseum, Caesar's Palace, right? That's Rome. Like I wanted to
Mm-hmm.
get like that, like more like Fremont Street, where it's like the cowboys and the desert, right? And the what are those things? The rolling oh my God. In the Western cowboy movies, you got the
Yeah.
dust, are there like dust cloud
Oh, you
things?
talking about the tumbleweed? You talking about like those
Yeah, tumbleweeds.
tumbleweeds?
Yeah,
Like,
I wanted tumbleweeds. I wanted the cowboy. I wanted the Route 66. I wanted that prospecting gambler, like the miner. They're playing cards and the like. I wanted that vibe for the song, really. So I was going for that, like that old-fashioned Americana kind of vibe. So
definitely, you've nailed it. You nailed it with that.
yeah, like I think that's so cool. Like Vegas is really just a really cool place. Like my friends say, you can only stay there for like 2 3 day nights though. Then you gotta go. Like you go in, you hang out with everybody, you gamble a bit, you go to the shows, you whatever else you want to do, and then you just go home.
I
So
mean, technically, you could stay longer in Vegas Vacation. They stayed longer. I mean, they lost their money gambling, but they still have a hell of a good time staying longer. So I beg to differ.
yeah, I mean, like then it's like you start doing things like start going to the Grand Canyon, right? Or you veer off the path a little bit. So, but then I don't know. I guess I really have to stay longer next time I go. So, um, but we thought about a lot about that song. Like Vegas was supposed to be like the theme song, right? And then I
Mhm.
feel like, have you ever been to like the is it at the Venetian or the Bellagio? Like that the place where there's the huge pool and everyone just like drinks champagne in the morning?
That's real.
There's a couple places like that, honestly, like the day party champagne places, and that's like yellow mimosas. Like so, like Faded is like you're at the casino at night and you're partying, and then Moses is like the morning after where you're drinking oranges and champagne and you're you know hungover drinking still. It's like it was kind of a vibe we're going for actually. So
Oh my god.
a lot
I
of
don't think I don't I don't think
go
I'm going
ahead.
to recover after Faded. I don't think I'm gonna recover after Faded. I think I'm seated for good.
Yeah, Faded is the best song on the album, probably. I shouldn't say that. No, because everyone has their own favorite, but Faded is
No,
that.
no, 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 no,
That's
no,
why
no, no, no.
we
You said it. You meant it. You
I,
meant it.
I mean, yeah, but I'm not. I like the other songs so much that I'm not taken away from them at all. Because
No, you
there's
shaded
Team
them.
Mimosas
You shaded
people.
the other song.
There's a lot of people that like the Mimosas more. Then there's Team Faded people. Then there's Team Rocket to the Moon people. You haven't listened to Rocket to the Moon yet. And then there's usually Team It's a Good Thing people. And then there's a couple mustache people. So there's a mix, I would say. So
Fine, but
um,
you still shaded the other songs.
I'm not shading them. They're definitely. I love Rocket, and I love It's a Good Thing a lot. I mean,
Then why weren't they the first in conversation? Then why weren't they the first with Faded?
Six Faded is
What?
it's just like
What?
I'll put it this way, like it's like you'll have songs that like people love. It'll be like 5 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10. I have not met a person that doesn't like Faded. Like it's like a 9 out of 10 song. It's nuts. It's really, and I think it's because we got to work on that one the hardest. So it was like everything just lined up when we were writing that song and producing it. It was awesome. Like it was like the most fun thing ever. Because like Andrew and I are writing it, and you feel like you're on Vegas vacation. We're just playing that thing over and over for a month, right? With the conga drums and the woo woo, and it was just great. Everyone was like, "Yeah, I loved it when you wrote that." In the house when we're writing it. They're just playing the same thing over and over again. You know,
Okay,
and
fair
then
point.
but you have to really listen to the other songs because Faded might not be your favorite. I'm serious.
That might that might change. I'm waiting for the album because I got to really go in and see which ones I like. Because second place would definitely have to be Rocket, and the third would
You
have to
haven't
be
listened to Rock
Mama.
yet.
It's like my pre-list. It's like I'm building off based on the name. I'm just like it's my pre-list.
I like my lights on my camera's changing.
It's like my
Um,
pre-list.
like
That's all
my
good.
my camera light. I'll leave it at yellow now, I guess. Sorry, it also itched my nose. It happens. Okay, I'm sorry.
They can't see you. I think you're good.
Oh, really? Oh, I put on this cool outfit. I showed you my album on my shirt. It's not fair. Oh well.
Just send me a picture of it. I'll post it right next to it when I announce it. Just send me a picture of it so they'll see it.
Album. Okay, I'll send you a picture of the Faded single, the cover art, because it's cool. You haven't seen the cover art for Faded. You haven't seen. I have Vegas Vic and Vegas Vicky from Fremont Street. You haven't seen that yet.
I
So,
Okay, I did see it, but I know the listeners haven't. So for their sake, you should send over the pictures. And you should send the picture of what you have on right now. Like what you have on right now would be the best. Just put that in.
this is the jacket for Rocket to the Moon. I'm wearing this on some of the album previews. So
Oh,
yeah,
they can see that. Okay, they
yeah,
can
this
see
is
that
the 80s
already.
jacket for Rocket to the Moon. So every outfit in the album has a different outfit in every song. So there's like the faded outfits, like the cowboy, right, with the white outfit, the white jacket, and then this is more like Guardians of the Galaxy. So that's why I picked this.
I was just thinking that. I was just thinking. I was thinking of that movie.
Yeah, I was like that. I got the Guardians jacket. Like it's like maybe a little Star Trek, more Guardians though. I think so. But
Okay, I see you.
is there anything else you want to talk about, or I can go on for hours if you want, or anything you want to talk about?
Well, let's see. Well, I try to make this as cool as possible. Let's talk about Spotify Wrapped because everyone has got their Spotify Wrapped. So I study you, and I know you posted Spotify Wrapped every year. So I
Yeah.
gotta ask, what does your Spotify Wrapped look like this year?
We haven't posted it yet because we don't know what's going to happen with Faded. So we're kind of waiting on that, honestly. So um, last yesterday we just got 2,000 plays with Faded, so that was
Ooh.
pretty good. We're going to see if that picks up, and then depending on that, that's going to really change the outcome of Spotify Wrapped, I guess you could say. So we kind of want to wait until it gets all the way up there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's kind of like our take on it right now. So we're hoping Faded does really well in the next 2 weeks.
Oh, okay. Well, I rock with that.
Yeah.
Okay, follow-up question. What was your top artist of Wrapped? What was like your top artist?
Oh, my own rap, my own listen. I don't
Yeah,
know. I'm gonna tell you the truth, and I tell this to everyone. I hardly ever listen to music, like for fun. Very rarely do I
really?
do. Like I almost never casually listen to music. Like I'm always like, yeah, I'm just writing it so much and producing it. I just get fatigued, I guess you could say. So it's just kind of like I'm not really that interested. I don't know. Some people are like that.
That's
Like
insane.
I would say like I listened to Charlie Puth's music a lot because I was trying to learn stuff from him. He's a great person to learn music from. And I was listening to Million Dollar Baby a lot. That song's really important. That's like the most important song of the year was Million Dollar Baby for sure, in terms of like what it accomplished. So maybe those are the top ones. I don't know. I've also been mostly listening to Tidal because it's got that lossless audio quality. So I've been trying to just be like, what's going on here? So, but I guess it would be like Million Dollar Baby and then Charlie Puth are my two top artists this year. Which is who's the guy that wrote Million Dollar Baby? It starts with a K, right? Hello? Oh, you died. Where'd you go? Hey, bot. I'm talking to the bot. Are you back?
Yes.
We lost you.
I don't know what happened. Discord. I don't know what happened. Discord is weird, but like I said, I
It's
have no email, so.
Yeah, it's Tommy Richmond. That's Million Dollar Baby. So
Mm,
I'd say I listened to that song probably the most this year.
okay. I'm gonna have to add. I'm gonna have to add that to my playlist.
Yeah, that is the most important song of the year. Like it is whether you like it or not. Sometimes like there's this great songs and you just don't like them that much, but this song is just yeah, it's just very original in like everything it does. This awesome song. So um
Gotcha.
yeah. I did listen to the what is it, the Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter. I listened to that a couple times. I know you like Sabrina
I
Carpenter,
love
so
espresso.
yeah, I did listen to Espresso. So
Thank you, thank you. I know that is like the peak of 2024. If you have not listened to espresso, you're not alive, apparently.
yeah, no, I
Um,
I agree. So it's not for everybody. It's not everyone's cup of tea or coffee, but I like it.
okay,
You know,
clever wordplay.
but another good song was the that first song on Billie Eilish's album was excellent, and which was Birds of a Feather, right? That song's amazing. And then
Oh, okay.
I listened to Chappelle Rowan for the first time too, and I was like, whoa, this is really good. So Chappelle Rowan's really important this year, I'd say. Like her music might be the most important actually this year. I'm not sure if it's her or Richmond, because you know, I listened to Pink Pony Club and I was like, oh my god, this is great. I was like, where'd she come from? So yeah, a lot
She
of
surprised me.
yeah, she's a great lyricist. Like incredible. Like really makes you think a lot. Like her lyrics are just awesome. So and I like writing lyrics, you know. Which is weird. I usually never listen to lyrics too when I'm listening to other people's songs, but I think if you're a really good lyricist, you listen to the words. Like it's not like it's hard to listen to the words, you know? Some songs like you're like, what is that? What are they saying? I don't know, but her music, you really listen into everything, which is just really rare, to tell you the truth. So
To
that's
be
really
honest,
cool.
valid point. Definitely valid point.
Yeah.
I mean that whole her whole album was really good. You know, Good Luck Babe, you know, Pink Pony Club. I love actually I love what's that song of hers? Femineminon. I actually like that song. And there's another one that like says super modern, like super I can't even say I have to go back. A lot of her songs was just like we listen to it because I know the lyrics came from her. You can feel like she wrote them herself, and that you know you really feel her when you listen to the song. That's another pro. Like I really felt her during
Yeah.
the songs. Like I relate to her. Like like she got me. Like she gets me.
Yeah, she's gonna be I think she's going to be an artist for quite a while. Like, unless, well, it's up to her at this point, right? But if she wants to, right, it's up to them, right? I mean, at the end of the day, right? Like Frank Ocean,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
Where's he? You know? So, but yeah, she's gonna have a she if she wants, she can have a major career to last like a decade. You know, she could have like 8 albums and everyone's listening to them. That's really hard. You don't see many artists that do that these days. That can write like 4, 5, 6 albums consistently and make them great. You know, and that used to be a
Yeah.
lot more common back in the day. But she's one of them. You know, like
Yeah.
so. But
Valid points indeed.
yeah,
Valid points.
getting to producer set minded. But I'm just this I love writing music. I love the composition and stuff. You know, I love all of that stuff. I studied it my whole life. So I used to study music with a maestro. I used to write classical music, and we'd always be going over the sheet music together and studying all the details. And he would tell me this was good or this was bad. You know, if I wrote bad music, he would get very upset with me. I don't think people have that experience where like if I wrote like a shit melody, he would scream at me.
Oh,
So yeah, I think that's also why I have problems listening to other people's music because the maestro was just too mean to me. Like he was mean. So I have like a low. It has to be good melody, you know. But he really believed that if you know, what's amazing about him was than any other mentor I ever had was he believed if it was good enough, it deserved to be great, right? So that's why he kind of like it wasn't like I put it as like unrequited love or not unrequited like conditional love or something like that. So if the song was bad, it was bad. But if the song was amazing, um, we'll take it to the stars, you know. So it was I remember I was about to give up writing music at one point in my life, and I wrote an aria for fun. I wrote one aria, and my teacher was like, he just stared at the sheet music for like 5 minutes and didn't say anything. And he said, "This is amazing. This is like the next opera super hit." And
oh,
yeah, this is way back, but I'm saying is that when he did that, it was not because it was just a feeling of it wasn't because I made it, right? It was because the song was great itself, right? Because other people were supposed to
yeah.
perform, and that's the kind of way I write music. So from there, I produced and wrote an entire string orchestra and strings, and we got two opera singers to sing it. We had to do it on stage and filmed it, and it was amazing. So, and
Um,
that's how I wrote a 2-hour opera after that. So, which I'm still in the works of probably getting produced. So I'm saying like I think that kind of thing where most teachers wouldn't be like, all right, you're going to write an entire orchestra now. You wrote a great song, but you got to write the whole orchestra now.
right.
Music by yourself. Like he would put you in pressured situations like that, and if you made it through, it was good. You were good enough. But if you didn't make it, good luck. I'm leaving. That was the kind of vibe I had. It wasn't like it was never nice. It was like, but if you do it, you do it. So it was good motivation.
Oh, that's good. I mean,
Yeah,
sometimes you need that push. Sometimes you just need that push to be the best. I understand.
yeah, yeah. Like it's like so. I guess that's like kind of like my approach to writing because it always has to be like, okay, this has to be good, and this has to be good, and this has to be good. Because if it isn't, the maestro is gonna destroy me. So I'm still like that. Uh, but yeah, that's why I think the if you listen to the album, it's really consistent, right? Like there's not going to be a place in the album where you're like, oh, I'm really bored. This song was just okay, you know. And I'm not being like like trying to be prideful here or anything. I'm just saying is that I was always put under the pressure to always make good music from him, like ridiculous pressure. You have no idea. So I just kind of have that in the back of my mind always.
Right, right, absolutely.
So but it was fun. So that's why I'm writing pop music like this now with
Well, I gotta
kind of
say that that's incredible. I mean, that you wrote a musical, you wrote an opera, you gave your teacher sheet music, and they were impressed. That's literally insane. And I'm sure there's a lot of people who are listening right now who is going through probably similar things with production and, producing or, composition. So from you and from your experiences, your longevity in, the music industry, what advice, would you give others, take in?
I mean there's kind of like the Rick Rubin advice. My approach to songwriting is like I think the most important thing is like a lot of people will say music's all about luck. Um, and if you ever take a look at all the greatest music ever made, it almost was never about luck. Like people want to think that, but it's really about people believing what they're doing. Like the melody is the lucky part, I guess you could say, or maybe the idea. But after that, it's like it's all about just being inspired to make something great. Like, Michael Jackson's albums, right? Like Thriller. They had a whole team of people working on that for months. And they made something absolutely incredible because they had that like it was like him and his producers, it was like they're going to NASA, right? They're like they're gonna take off a rocket, but the rocket was Michael Jackson. And they're gonna make all this new wonderful stuff. So I guess when people are making music, um, there's a little bit of luck, but most of it is about getting all the steps together and trying to make something great. I don't know. I can't explain it. It's a lot more talent than most people think. I think so. Like just say to yourself, I'm going to make something great, and then go, well, what is great? What is good? I guess. Sorry, I'm going on, but I guess I'm trying to say that hard work is really important. Like you can make something not by accident. You can make it amazing every time. Maybe you'll have one song that's better than the rest, but you can always make awesome music.
Definitely, definitely. And I'm so glad you highlighted hard work because I've listened to a lot of music in 2024 that I can feel people did not work hard on. So the fact that you've highlighted, that it wasn't just luck, thank God for that. I'm going to use Ice Spice as an example of, something that was undercooked, I guess. I don't know. I'm just happy that you highlighted hard work. period.
Well, like the Chappelle Roan's hard work, right? Like that, you could tell
Yes.
she worked her ass off to make that music and had to go through so much, and that's what the artist is like, right? Like Red Hot Chili Peppers. That's not luck, right? That's like people putting in like 40, 50,000 hours, and they're in a band and they're all together, and then they got a producer putting in another 10,000 hours, right? So it's like 100,000 hours into one band in one album, right? And Ice Spice was like, um, I've been doing this for a year and a half, and I sang a couple songs. There's just a difference, you can feel it when you listen to it. You just can, like Sabrina Carpenter, even like, or Dua Lipa, like they care so much about what they're doing. They love it, and you gotta have them, and you gotta be like, you gotta work hard at it. Like really, I mean, it's not supposed to be easy. It's not to be something like that someone just gave you or something.
Indeed. Indeed, that's true. I wish more people highlighted hard work instead of just like saying how, like it magically came to me, or, just, the basic stuff you hear. Just that alone, just the hard work. And I definitely agree with you with Sabrina. Knowing, like, for me, I've known Sabrina for so many years, and the sad part is that people just found out about her this year, and I've known her since Can't Blame a Girl for Trying. I'm committed, and I agree. Those artists you listed, they all have worked hard, and so many artists, like Billy. I would say Billy too. I'll add Billy to the list, and I like Charlie. Charlie also, and then Ariana. I'll add. I'm gonna add those two, but overall, definitely hard work is emphasized, and I just wish it was just more emphasized on hard work. Because hard work pays off really is the quote. I feel like it's like the main quote that everybody should know.
It's like, it's so hard because like art's supposed to be fun, right? So it's like, um, but you look at rock music, right? Like all the rockers, their lives were usually really tragic, you know, and they spent forever working on what they did. Like it never was like, oh, this is easy, you know. And I think that's what made it really rewarding when you listen to it. You could tell. Um, but I think also there's like this expectation with like society or whatever that you can't work hard. Like everything's supposed to be easy for you and
Hmm.
just deliver perfectly and flawlessly, you know. It's supposed to be just like you're not trying. I don't know. So there's yeah, sometimes I'm kind of like apprehensive at telling people that I really like working hard at music. I think a lot of people are.
Yeah,
But it's so cool when you see like just all of it come together.
I will say that 100%. I mean, mic drop. Literally, y'all, this is mic drop. Mic drop.
Yeah. So like I remember like it was like I remember I was gonna do like a potential interview, and they were asking me about my background, and they told me I told them I wrote an opera, and they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, I've written music all my life. Like that's what I love doing. I love it more than anything else. You know, I guess. I don't know. I guess going on and on, but it's really important. So music is important
Definitely.
because like I think it makes people appreciate the time they have more. Like it's something pretty deep. Like, like you're like, oh, I remember 2024 because of these four songs, right? Or 2017. So it's pretty cool.
Wow, 2017 to 2024. That's such a big gap. I'm sorry. I've had a moment like when I'm thinking of like other years compared to 2024. Like that's insane to think about. Sorry. That's just insane to think about like the years. I mean, I can't believe like next year is going to make 2015 be a decade long. We really are old, aren't we? We're really old.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. Um, yeah, times of I mean 2015 seems like forever, I think, now, but it's like I guess the most important thing is to just kind of like keep changing it or something. Um, you know, like remember the good stuff, but then try to like bring it back or something or move forward. I don't know. But yeah, it is a lot.
Yeah.
Like I remember I feel like I could go on and on again, but I feel like 2016, the period between 2016 and 2017 was the biggest change in music that we ever had.
Hmm.
Um, and it was a really interesting time. Like the SoundCloud rap era. Like even
Yes.
even imagining that's old is weird. Like that's over in a sense. It felt so new at the time, and you're like, I don't know. It's weird, you know. Like that was an interesting time. Like I think about XXXTentacion's album a lot when I think about 2017. Like that really blew me away. His music back then. So
Oh yeah, definitely.
yeah. Oh my
It's
goodness.
crazy to it's crazy to think about. Oh, you know
Yeah.
what? Speaking of 2025, now that I mention it, I know you have this debut album to look forward to in 2025, but what else are you looking forward to in the new year?
Um, I think like um I think like it's gonna be like a huge burden's lifted off me after this thing is released. Like I think anything can happen, you know? So the question is like what is gonna happen, right? I don't know. Um, but I think after having like this burden off me, I want to be a lot more involved in the people's like that are close to me, like a lot more involved in their lives. I feel like I want to catching up to do, I guess, or something like that. Like I want to like socialize and you know do that. I want to write more music, of course, right? But yeah, like, I feel like there's just going to be this like clarity that happens, and it's going to be really awesome. Like just like meeting you, talking to you, right? Like this was like a pretty cool connection, right? So I think a lot
Hmm.
more of that's going to happen this upcoming year. You know, like
Oh,
it's
good.
I think when you're making an album or something like that, you kind of have to close yourself off. You have to get like really introverted. So getting extroverted again is kind of like what I'm looking forward to. Like, it's like you're like trying to like build everything up to like a roller coaster, get to the top, and then you get to ride the roller coaster down. And I wonder what the roller coaster is going to be like after this, after that album's released. So who knows?
Amen to that. Who
Um,
who really knows? But I can guarantee you that you're gonna get responses after this. I actually been bragging about you because people have been asking, did I have something tonight? And I said, yes, I had something. I had to do an interview tonight, and I mentioned it twice, and it's gonna be a lot more of that for a while. So just be ready for that because I've been kind of flexing your name for a while. So.
oh, I'm very thankful. Like you're gonna be like, I interviewed him for yeah, I was the first guy that reached out to him, you know.
I mean, seriously, like that's really gonna be my pitch. Like I'm gonna be like, I was this guy's first. Like, watch out. I was his first. I'm gonna
Yeah,
make it
yeah,
cooler than
bitch.
that. I'm gonna make it cooler than that, obviously, but it's a work in progress. I'm gonna work on my pitch. Just wait. I'm gonna work on my
Yeah.
pitch.
Like, you can have me back on. Like you can like, it'll be like the roller coaster ride. Like I'll come back on after I release the album, right? And then you'll have like this like full perfect room, right, set up, and it'll be like the Wrap It Out podcast, and like there'll be like all the stuff going on, and everything will change in 3 months. Who knows?
It really,
You know,
yeah, that is true.
that's what
I
I'm
mean,
saying. Like, yeah, I'm just waiting for I just want to I want to go to the drop. That's what I'm waiting for. Like, there's too much build up. I want the, I want to go down into the chorus. So,
period. Well, we are all excited. I am probably the most excited for you. I love a debut. I don't know about anyone else, but I love debut albums. I love to see, you know, what the artist is like. For me, debut albums is kind of like for me for me to see how serious you are, kind of thing. Not to judge you, but like to kind of see like what does this guy have? Like, how invested are they really? Like Ice Spice disappointed me with her debut album, quote unquote. Like she made good music. Well, I wouldn't say good, but like catchy music, and
yeah.
then she released Y2K, and it's not Y2K, and I was disappointed. And now I got like this view of her, and let's just say I don't follow her anymore. But
Yeah.
debut album. I mean, debut albums is my way of seeing like what the artist is like, what their taste is like, how serious are they about this, career they've made. Are they serious about it, or are they just shitting around? Thing.
Yeah. Are they like an adult? You know?
Exactly.
Like, did they actually work on this, or they just kind of like, was this all just a bunch of luck? Right.
Yes.
I think that's the big factor. Like, did they actually do the hard work? Because I think that's
Mhm.
really what the album shows. You know?
Exactly. Because like people know if the album's crap. Like these artists underestimate their fans, but the fans really know. Like they know when it sucks. I see it on YouTube in the comments, and like like they will shit the album like in the comments of the actual artist. Like they'll go all out to criticize. They know what's up.
That's why I really love Training with the Maestro, because he was like, if he heard that album, he would have screamed at her and fucking screamed her out. No offense, I'm just saying, like, if he hears bad music, he'll kill you. Like, and
Mhm.
it's like, I don't know what happens. I don't want to get into like the involved in what other people's art is necessarily, but I would feel so bad being on a project where everything's not working out right. Like,
Mhm.
and then everyone's like lying to themselves or something. Like, you're right, would have been better maybe if she didn't release it as your fan, as a fan. I don't know. You know,
I mean,
maybe she should
I
have
mean,
held off.
yeah.
So
There's. I definitely agree. If you're not in the right headspace to put out an album, I would say don't put it out. Like,
yeah, or work with a different team, or I know it's like everyone's saying like don't try to be perfect or whatever, but like it's really hard. So I it's like that learning curve to making like an album is not easy. Like I've been going through it. Like it's definitely it's a challenge. It's an awesome challenge, but it's a challenge. You just got to go through it. So,
I
but
would say so, yes. I mean, making an album, period, is a big accomplishment. And, like, I have a really great feeling that when I listen to your album, it will not be a waste of, it won't be a waste for me, I feel like. And I'm not just saying that as a podcast host, I'm saying that as someone who listens to billions of minutes per day. Like, every day, I listen to billions of minutes of music. So,
really,
you know, yeah, well,
are you like a curator?
really?
You have a playlist?
No, I'm not a curator. I listen to music to get me through. Like I have loved music since I was young, and music has got me through everything. I listen to like everything, and it gets me through the day. Sometimes, every emotion has like a set of songs I just listen to. But that comes from a family that's so musically inclined. So I guess thanks genetics. I guess I don't know.
That's awesome. That's really cool. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I mean, yeah, families, music. I don't think I really have a musically inclined family. My cousin's an opera singer, though, so and that might count. But I'd say everyone else, um, not so much. But huh. So, what did your family have like a background in writing music? Or
Um, my mom did. She released records. She actually has tapes of recorded music in her room. She has like a. I bought her this tape, like not tape recorder, but like this machine to like play her tapes. Because she like recorded music in the actual recording studio in the '80s and like the '90s. She like recorded music. So I think she's like the only one that like wrote music. Um, besides me, like I write music too, but she was where I got it from, like as far as writing music, and like she actually went through the whole music industry thing.
that's awesome. Really, that's really cool. Your mom was an OG.
Period. I mean, she's not Mary J. Blige, but she got to have the experience. I think the experience is a lot better than than to not have it,
Yeah.
and you know.
Yeah, making music in the 80s and 90s must have been crazy. So it must have been a whole different game. Um,
That's,
but
that's the thing. I'm so jealous because she got to like I asked her about MJ, right? I asked her about Michael Jackson, and she actually got to live through Michael Jackson being on the radio. She was like, they used to wear these like Michael Jackson jackets. They had the outfits, a Thriller jacket. We got to listen to him on the radio. I'm like, I'm so jealous she got to live through the '80s, and like I want to go back there. Like I want to listen to that. I want to get in that. I'm so
I mean, it
jealous
must
that she got to.
every year must have been so exciting with those like blockbuster artists. It must have been like it just you probably always had something going on back then, and everyone knew it. Everyone was like listening to it together. I must have been sick.
Definitely,
You know.
definitely.
Oh,
Again, I'm very jealous. And actually, speaking of family, you had mentioned that your family is not musically inclined. So if they're not musically inclined, then where did this love for music and wanting to study it, came from?
I think it was just from playing in rock. Like, it's just that is, and then also doing musicals when I was younger. I performed in all different kinds of musicals. So the combination of that, I think like if you play music with other people, I don't think that's very common today. But when you have a background, when you start playing instruments and singing with your friends, it's the most exciting, exhilarating experience you'll ever have in your life. Nothing's really better than that. So, and I think it's more uncommon today. But when you come from that background, it's just music's part of you. You can't let it go. You know.
Definitely, definitely, definitely.
So
It's in my blood now. Like I feel like it's like in my blood. I'm actually feel the same way. Like I can't go a moment without like pulling up my YouTube music and picking out a song and just jamming it out. I mean, literally, I was jamming out to the Wicked soundtrack. I'm not sorry. I love musicals. I love
yeah,
Wicked. So
yeah, you should. I mean, look, it's a great musical. I actually haven't listened to it to tell you the truth, but I need to go and watch the movie. I heard it's great.
what?
Yeah, I haven't listened to Wicked. It's funny. I've written a musical, but I have listened to very few musicals in my life.
You know what? That's
I think it's
horrible. You need to go see Wicked. I'm holding space for you to go see Wicked.
It's weird. I think everyone tells you to always need all these influences, but I think if you listen to too much of other people's stuff, you'll lose your originality. You know, I don't know.
Right.
That's why I don't listen to other people's musicals. But
Okay.
I do need to listen to Wicked though at this point. I know about like
Yes.
Defying Gravity. I know that song, right? And
Yes.
then
And
there's that one and Popular, right?
yes. Hmm.
Those are like are those the two biggest ones?
I feel like yeah, those are definitely I mean right now it's probably Defying Gravity, popular. What is this feeling? People love What Is This Feeling?
Yeah. Yeah, it's time I get on the Wicked train. It's
Yes,
been too long. But
definitely. I mean, the movie, y'all, if you guys have not seen it, please go see it, especially at the end, because I can't say anything at the end. I'm not going to spoil it, but you will cry because when I finished watching Wicked, my face was wet. My face was wet, and my heart was like my I don't know what my heart was because like Cynthia took it because like that's how good it was. So please, y'all, just go watch it. Even if you're not into musicals, you gotta love your Revo. You gotta love Ariana. You gotta go do it. And Jonathan Bailey, which coming from someone, he's the sexiest man for me. But
oh, okay. I gotta get it
that's
down.
the
I gotta check it out then.
yes,
So
definitely, definitely for sure. Okay, oh God, take a minute. Thank you for bearing with me. Honestly, it's been a journey seeing um how this is going. I haven't had an interview in a while, but thanks for tolerating me. Seriously, I don't know anything else, but just thanks for tolerating me.
oh, you just gotta roll with it, man. It's just it's an interview. That's what makes it fun, right? You can't just be like, oh, I have to answer this question and this is perfect. It's like, you just gotta it's a podcast, right? So that's what people do on podcasts. You
Wow.
know,
Yep.
it's not rehearsed. It's it's improv, baby.
Oh, I know it's improv. I don't have a script. They told me in the past to have a script. I don't have a script. Mostly because
Yeah,
it would require me memorizing, but I don't have a script.
yeah. Like, if you can't talk for more than an hour off the top of your head, probably not a lot going on there.
Seriously? Yeah. And I
Yeah.
know we went over an hour, so I was prepared. And plus, I studied you for the past day, so I had to make sure that it was good. I had to go in
Oh,
and study.
I, I appreciate it.
In the past, I wouldn't. I would literally be just last minute shit. But I took the time with you because you said in your calendar, it's my first interview. I'm like, holy fuck, it's his first interview? No, no, I have to study.
Yeah,
No.
what if I was one of those people that couldn't talk back? What if I was like a mute? What is that?
I couldn't let your first interview be crappy. I had to make sure that this is something you get to talk about forever.
I I appreciate the opportunity. It's been great. I gotta keep doing this.
You really have to. And you know what? I want you back here once your album drops. Like you said, 2, 3 months. I want you back here in 2, 3 months.
I will be back. I'll be back.
Yeah.
So,
Yes. Okay. Well, seriously though, seriously. Jokes aside, thank you for taking the time to interview with me. And do you have anything else you would like to add?
no, I think it was a great interview. Just thanks for reaching out. It was awesome that you DM'd me and we got down to this. So it was great.
Awesome. Now I'm gonna do the thing what Sabrina Carpenter does on a script, and where she reads uh, the action. Now podcast hosts will turn face to audience, and read from this piece of paper. Sorry, y'all, I'm trying to be funny. They
Hey,
they
I
can't
get it.
they can't do this piece of paper, but
This is a talk show host. Hello. How are you going to say funny joke? I am saying funny joke.
I can't, but I'm dying.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Podcast host says, "Thank you all so much for listening." Podcast host laughs. Podcast host thanks musical guest. Musical guest. Oh, right. Joseph Field. Right. Let's see. What else is on the paper? Podcast host thanks them for listening. Thank you all so much for listening. Okay, fuck it with the paper because I can't do this. Um, seriously, sorry. Seriously, thank you all so much for listening. I appreciate you all bearing with me. And again, if this is your first time listening, make sure you follow us on the official Record Out podcast everywhere you can find it. Literally, if you Google it, we're there. You can Google. We're Googleable now, by the way. So we made it up there. We made it up there. Like, we made it. And Joseph Fields, everybody, make sure you check out Faded. Apparently he told me the lyric video's out now, and like you guys can see it on streaming platforms.
It's not just a lyric video, it's a mini music video. It is really almost a music video. It's the closest thing you'd get to a music video. Like I'm in it, I am dancing, I'm doing everything in this wonderful bar that looks just like Las Vegas. So
oh my god, shit, coolest guy ever. Literally coolest guy ever. And you know what? I'm the coolest host ever because all of you that are listening right after this, you all will get a chance to listen to Faded if you guys haven't got a chance to listen to it. So y'all can thank me later. And love you all, and hope you all are enjoying season 4. And can't wait to show you guys more. And just thanks for watching, and can't wait to catch you all on the next interview. Thank you. And back to the piece of paper that says podcast host ends recording. Podcast host clicks on bot and clicks on disconnect.
all right.
Podcast host clicks on uses the mouse and can't find my mouse. I'm sorry. I'm deadbeat.
That's it. You say goodbye. Bye, y'all.
Thank you.
Faded, lost in Las Vegas. Blackout drunk, remember all these places. Wasted, trapped in Las Vegas. Big roll out if you really wanna reach me. 4 a.m. and you're my lucky number, babe. 5 a.m. the table's going under. Whoa, 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 whoa. I got a quarter for a slot, yeah. Poker, you trippin', all those ladies be strippin'. Got a bottle of whiskey and no shots, shots, shots. Walk the strip, the casino slot line. Desert sand in between your toes. Getting high on the Vegas sunshine. Texas Hold'em got me high, those tables took my money, no. Faded, lost in Las Vegas. Blackout drunk, remember all these places. Wasted, trapped in Las Vegas. They roll out if you really wanna reach me. 4 a.m. and you're my lucky number, babe. 5 a.m. the table's going under. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, 4 p.m. wake up with the girl in my arms. She's sleeping on my phone, damn, and I'm broke the alarm. Yeah. I don't remember last night, just saw you blow the race home. Sipping, sipping, my emotions for an eye opener. Yeah. Oh, goddamn, drop my hand, but I can't seem to let go. Yeah. Blackjack in Bellagio, baby, hit me up for sure. Yeah. And every night, oh, I'll do it again. Slide the hangover movie, baby. Why don't you sue me? 'Cause the party don't stop now. We going all in tonight. We going all in tonight. Jackpot. Faded, lost in Las Vegas. Blackout drunk, can remember all these places. Wasted, trapped in Las Vegas. Then roll out if you really wanna reach me. 4 a.m. and you're my lucky number, babe. 5 a.m. the table's going under. Ascension, you are departed from Las Vegas. Come back anytime.